Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics Edition number 162.1. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released February 25th, 2015, beginning alphabetically with all-new Captain America Fear Him number 4 of 4. What does it take to scare a man who grew up in a dimension of boogeymen? Next we have all-new Invaders number 15, The Return of Toro Part 2. As the series draws to a close, Steve Rogers, Jim Hammond, and Namor consider the Invaders' past and future. Meanwhile, the neo-Nazi threat that these heroes, including Radiance and Sam Wilson Captain America, face now involves both Lash and the royal family of the Inhumans, with both sides after both Toro and Iron Cross. And what of the impending threats from the Martians, the Kree, and the Eternals? And the final fate of Hairball the Cat. We've also got all-new X-Men number 38, the fourth chapter of the Black Vortex. With some of the members captured by the villainous Mr. Knife, the team must decipher the secrets of the Black Vortex, and quickly. But with the galaxy in chaos, they don't have too many options open to them. Maybe there's an old war buddy Peter can call to help them out. Next we have Amazing Spider-Man number 15, Spider-Verse Epilogue. See the fallout of Spider-Verse and what it means to Peter Parker and the rest of the Spiders. We've also got Amazing X-Men number 17, The Once and Future Juggernaut Part 3 of 4. Sure, the Juggernaut is bad, but what's the worst case scenario of possessing that power? You're about to see. Unstoppable takes on a whole new meaning as someone finally gets their hands on Sidorak's gem. The X-Men have fallen, the Juggernaut rises, bring a change of underwear. Next we have Daredevil number 13. Mark Waid and Chris Samney begin the climactic final chapter of their beloved Eisner Award-winning run with the return of one of Matt Murdock's oldest and now scariest enemies. We've also got Darth Vader number 2. The original Dark Lord of the Sith stars in his first ongoing series. Ever since Darth Vader made his first on-screen appearance, he became one of the most popular villains to ever haunt an audience's dreams. Now follow Vader straight into the ending of A New Hope and the pages of the new Star Wars comic book into his own series, showing the Empire's war with the Rebel Alliance from the other side. Writer Kieran Gillen and artist Salvador Larroca bring us a peek behind the mask of evil. Next we have Deadpool number 42, Deadpool vs. Omega Red. This time it's personal. Well, for one of them, sort of. We've also got Fantastic Four number 643, The Internet Wrecking The End Is Forever continues. With the villains' plans revealed, the invasion of Earth begins with the creatures from the Franklin-verse as well as corrupted versions of the heroes from Heroes Reborn. Will the Fantastic Four have enough power to fight them on the streets of New York? Meanwhile, Sue, Namor, and Jim Hammond resolve into the Franklin-verse to combat this threat at its source, but what they find is far more terrifying than they expected, plus the return of Sleepwalker and Bentley 23's finest hour. Next we have Inhuman number 12, Queen Medusa vs. King Blackbolt, with the fate of the Inhumans in the balance. We've also got Marvel Universe Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors number 4. Spidey is shrunken down to teeny tiny size by the fiendish Loki. The itsy bitsy Spider-Man swings into action with the help of the mighty Thor. Next we have Men of Wrath by Jason Aaron number 5 of 5. Jason Aaron and Ron Garney pull no punches in this darkly magnetic read. IGN. This is one messed up comic book that I took sheer delight in reading, Comics Beast. These are talented creators telling a gut-punching tale, Comicosity. Bear witness as Jason Aaron and Ron Garney bring the story of the Ras to a bloody conclusion. It all started with some sheep, it won't end until everyone is dead. We've also got New Avengers number 30, Time Runs Out. Next we have S.H.I.E.L.D. number 3, Die Hard in the Sanctum Sanctorum. With Doctor Strange elsewhere, magical terrorists have taken over Strange's sanctum. Agent Coulson must lead a strike team into the mansion before time runs out for New York City, and his only available allies are Spider-Man and one of Strange's oldest foes. We've also got Secret Avengers number 13, Death to the Bullies. MODOK is down, something is up. Trust MODOK. Most explosions you've ever seen in a Marvel comic. Maybe. We're not entirely sure, but we do have an explosionometer. Secret Avengers assemble. Next we have Spider-Gwen number 1. Spider-Gwen spins into her own series because you demanded it. The breakout hit of the biggest spider event of the century is taking comic shops by storm this winter with her own new ongoing series, Spider-Gwen. Gwen Stacy is Spider-Woman, but you knew that already. What you don't know is what friends and foes are waiting for in the aftermath of Spider-Verse. From the fan-favorite creative team that brought you Spider-Gwen's origin story in The Edge of Spider-Verse, Jason Latour and Robbie Rodriguez. We've also got Spider-Man 2099 number 9. Miguel O'Hara returns to the year 2099 to discover that his future is now imperfect. Next we have Spider-Man and the X-Men number 3. Good news, Spider-Man and his ex-students got the 11:30 p.m. late-night talk show slot. Bad news, his executive producers are Chameleon and Mojo, and his first guests are the Sinister 66, plus the return of Wolverine? Well, kind of. Not really, but sort of. We've also got Superior Iron Man number 5, The Secret Origin of Teen Abomination. Tony Stark's actions of the past come back to hurt him in the present. Has his negligence bred monsters, and will those monsters destroy him? Next we have Thor Annual number 1, 3 stories featuring 3 Thors. Wrestling superstar CM Punk and Rob Guillory on young Thor's idea of how to prove himself worthy of Mjolnir, a drinking competition. Noelle Stevenson and Marguerite Sauvage tell a tale of the new Thor, and Jason Aaron on the Girls of Thunder's quest to find the perfect birthday present for their grandfather, King Thor. How about a new Garden of Eden? Next we have Uncanny Avengers number 2, Counter-Evolutionary Part 2. Welcome to Counter-Earth, where the future of your species is being developed by crack evolutionists. A better future awaits and is only one evolutionary update away. The new men rise for what is theirs. They seek the chaos and the speed to create the true Earth, the true evolution. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver discover a terrible truth about their past. And we've got Wolverines number 8, Betrayal, Lies. This is what happens when the Paradise Group and the Wolverines share more than alliances, and what happens when an old buddy of Wolverine shows up for a boondoggle weekend. Enter Fang. Lady Deathstrike is finally coming to the conclusion that she doesn't have to be alone, but will this moment of vulnerability come back to stab her in the back? Out in trades, we've got Avengers and X-Men Access hardcover. The Red Onslaught is broadcasting waves of telepathic hate across the globe, and Marvel's greatest heroes have turned on their moral axis. What will the Avengers and X-Men find in the Red Skull's bleak re-education camps? What is Tony Stark's dark secret? And with the heroes inverted to evil, who will stand against them? How about an army of villains? Magneto betrays his alliance, a founding Avenger quits, and the Scarlet Witch is forced to join Dr. Doom. And who are Clue and the Sorceress Supreme? As the axis of evil strikes down the heroes, the all-new astonishing Avengers battle the Uncanny X-Men. Witness an X-Men's horrifying fate and an Avenger's appalling choice. Who will live or die? Who will remain inverted? The shocking climax will crack the Marvel Universe to its core. Collecting Avengers and X-Men Access number 1 through 9. Next we have Avengers Time Runs Out Volume 2 hardcover, Premier Edition. For Earth's mightiest heroes in the Illuminati, it has all been building to this. After 2 years of carefully crafting his cataclysmic saga, writer Jonathan Hickman jumps ahead 8 months to the grand finale, the honest-to-goodness immediate future of the Marvel Universe, and the day of the final incursion. After the revelation of the Illuminati's desperate world-destroying actions, the Avengers are fragmented. While one group seeks out the Illuminati for a confrontation, another takes the fight to the new Cabal, discover what has become of Tony Stark, to say nothing of Doctor Strange, and have all the battles they've endured and the sacrifices they've made prepared either group for the inevitable moment where time runs out for everybody? The second act of the astonishing climax to Jonathan Hickman's legendary run is here. Collecting Avengers number 38 and 39 and New Avengers number 26 through 28. We've also got Black Panther, Who is the Black Panther trade paperback new printing. Deep in the heart of Africa is Wakanda, a technologically advanced civilization of great power and mystery. During the last 10 centuries, as European colonial powers spread their guns, armies, and undisputed domination through the continent, Wakanda has stood alone as an unconquerable land inhabited by undefeatable warriors. Governing this nation is a lineage of warrior kings possessing enhanced speed, strength, and agility. Today, T'Challa is the latest in this famed family line, the great hero known worldwide as the Black Panther. Despite the futile defeats of the past, outsiders are once more assembling to invade Wakanda and plunder its riches. Leading this brutal assault is Claw, a deadly assassin with the blood of T'Challa's murdered father on his hands. Claw brings with him a powerful army of superpowered mercenaries, all hell-bent on raining death and destruction on this pristine land. Even with Wakanda's might and his own superhuman skills, can the Black Panther prevail against such a massive invading force? Collecting Black Panther 1 through 6, plus T'Challa's historic first appearance from Fantastic Four number 52 and 53. Next we have Dark Tower, The Drawing of the Three, The Prisoner trade paperback. The Dark Tower saga begins again on Earth. If you thought the Badlands of Midworld were dangerous, wait until you experience Brooklyn in the 1960s. Meet Eddie Dean, a troubled young man able to open doors to other worlds. Now Eddie must survive family tragedy, haunting addiction, and deadly forces that conspire to stop him from growing up to challenge the Man in Black. Without his mother, what will happen to Eddie and his brother Henry? What horrors await within the Dutch Hill mansion, and what offer does the criminal called Balazar make? With magic doors appearing, strange voices in his head, and monstrous labrosities hungry for his flesh, can Eddie survive his desperate mission? Stephen King's dark fantasy epic spills onto the streets of New York City, collects Dark Tower, The Drawing of the Three, The Prisoner 1-5. We've also got Death of Wolverine, the Logan Legacy trade paperback. Wolverine is dead, and with Logan out of the picture, various factions are scrambling to fill the void. Will Wolverine's decades-long legacy be shaped by the heroes who valiantly fought alongside him, or by the villains who have challenged him during the many years of his long life, or both? X-23 and Daken react in surprising ways to the death of the man who literally gave them life. With Logan gone, Sabretooth's rage takes on an entirely new shape and mission. Lady Deathstrike begins a quest to obtain something deadly that formerly belonged to Wolverine, while Mystique comes to grips with her lifetime of crime and with her destiny. And a vampiric menace shadows all of them. What monumental decision will these heroes and villains make that will forever alter Logan's legacy? Collects Death of Wolverine, the Logan Legacy, number 1-7. Next, we have Kick-Ass 3 trade paperback, the grand finale of Mark Millar and John Romita Jr.'s blockbuster. With Hit Girl in jail, it falls to Kick-Ass to lead the superhero team Justice Forever, but superheroes have been outlawed, leaving Kick-Ass to dodge both cops and some terrifying new foes. For the first time, Kick-Ass begins to doubt, is he in too deep to get out? Meanwhile, Hit Girl starts running all the gangs in the joint, and a broken Red Mist gets an education from a terrifying crime boss. Soon, every costume superhero is not only running from the law, they're running for their lives. As the body count rises, Kick-Ass must decide if bringing justice to the city is truly worth the ultimate price. Plus, the flashback you've been waiting for, the secret origin of Hit Girl. How does little Mindy McCready earn her assassin stripes? Find out as Kick-Ass comes to its epic conclusion, collecting Kick-Ass 3, number 1-8. We've also got New Avengers Volume 3 Other Worlds trade paperback. The multiverse is slowly collapsing, destroying entire dimensions, and the Illuminati must combat the ever-increasing incursions. As they meet the mapmakers, cartographers of the apocalypse, they discover the Black Swan's secret and cope with their own personal challenges. Black Bolt's kingdom remains in chaos. The release of the Terrigen bomb has split the Inhumans and upset the natural world. Reed Richards transforms one of his greatest inventions in order to view the death of worlds, as Doctor Strange considers selling his soul. Black Panther, cast from his kingdom, seeks to end the Wakandan war with Atlantis and avenge Namor's slaughter of his people. There's no turning back for the Illuminati. They'll pay the price for their sins. But must these New Avengers destroy a perfect world so that the Earth can live? Collecting New Avengers number 13.INH and 14-17. And we've got Thor Epic Collection Volume 4 to wait the Mangog trade paperback. From the darkened depths rises a peril greater than any Thor has ever before faced. Mangog threatens to unsheath the Odin sword and bring Ragnarok upon the Norse gods in this collection of Asgardian classics. And that's just the beginning, because in Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's Thor, there's always another comic adventure around the corner. Case in point, a cosmic battle between Galactus and Ego, the living planet, the return of him, the man who would come to be known as Adam Warlock, and the universe-shaking origin of Galactus. Thor's adventure gets personal too, with the surprising revelation regarding Donald Blake, the return of Jane Foster, and the dramatic dance between Balder and the Norn Queen Carnilla. Collecting Thor number 154 through 174. Alright, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Instagram to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.